Happy Monday. So I am coming live from the Canon G7X III. So I decided to get this camera for a number of reasons. And I know everybody's probably like, girl, you have the Sony ZV1, you don't need the Canon, you know. But I have a couple issues that I've been experiencing with the Sony ZV1, and maybe I should do a little backstory first. Okay, so when I first started my YouTube channel ever, the first ever camera I picked up was the Canon G7X II. First camera ever. I never had a camera before. I never knew anything about cameras. And I had that camera for maybe 2-3 days and I returned it. And I think the reason why I probably returned it, thinking back, was I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I didn't know how to do the settings. I didn't understand the camera, and I always felt like it never looked good, and I was so used to shooting on my iPhone. And the other issue I had was my apartment before, when I lived back in Massachusetts, was very dark, and I felt like the camera didn't perform as well in low light situations. And so I was like, I'm gonna return it. So I returned the camera, and I returned the camera and I got the Canon M50 because everybody was telling me that I should get, well, when I say everybody, all the YouTube reviews that I saw were saying the Canon M50 is a much better camera. You can change the lens. It has all these cool features. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I could change the lens and I could do a lot with this camera. I'm gonna get it, right? Returned the Canon G7X II. I bought the Canon M50. I liked it because it was brighter, it was clear, it was great, and I used it for my sit-down videos primarily. I like never used it to vlog. I think I only had 2 vlogs on that camera, and every other time I tried vlogging, I didn't vlog. I could vlog a little bit and then I'd get weird because the camera was so big, and I ended up never vlogging. And so I was like, I want to vlog, like I enjoy it. I want a camera that's going to help me, you know. And so this is the time where the Sony ZV1 came out. Everybody was raving about it, and it was like considered the ultimate vlogging camera because it had the microphone jack. It has the, actually let me just show you. So it was considered the ultimate vlog camera because it has this like dead cat here to help with the wind noise. The screen flips out, which I was already used to because my Canon M50, the screen flips out. And then it has the record button, and I like the fact the record button's right here, and there's this, oh, I have no memory card in here, and there's this red button, red light that turns on when you're vlogging, which is good because sometimes it's hard to tell. And it had a remote, which was cool, right? So I got the camera. I like the Sony ZV1. I do. It's really good, and it's like, I don't know, I'm still thinking whether or not if I'll keep it or sell it because it actually is a really good camera. Sorry, I'm like trying to see. But my issue with the Sony ZV1 is that it's extremely shaky. The image stabilization is pretty much non-existent, and because I'm always vlogging and doing, like, trying to do cinematic, you know, footages and panning out and cool B-rolls, like, I always find that the camera is so shaky, and I'll go into Final Cut Pro and I'll try to fix it, but it ends up cropping a lot of the image. It's just not the same. Like, sometimes it's amazing, but it's like I kind of have to already be pretty steady, and I really want something to have more of a cinematic look. So that's one. And number two, because now I feel like I have more experience with cameras and I've been using cameras for a little bit, I kind of already like a certain style. And so I have this is now my second Canon camera. I had the Canon 90D. It's a DSLR. That was my first like big camera. I really liked it, but as I am getting further along into my like content creation and also just like really getting into like photography and cinematography, I decided to get the Canon Canon R6. This is it here. Oh, look at that. See? not bad for focus. I know there's like a lot of people there saying there's some focus issues. Actually, there kind of is, just a tiny bit, because it's still focused on my face. So yeah, that is something that I am gonna have to get used to. Can you see it? Yeah, something I'm gonna have to get used to. But I mean, it's no different than when I use my Canon R6 with a 50mm lens. Like, I have to use it in manual focus when I'm doing product shots because the camera focuses on other things. And you know, Sony does have a really good quality in terms of picking up things like autofocus wise, but I prefer the colors of Canon. Like, I love the way it makes my skin look. I feel like it looks more natural to me, and I feel like it just picks up like my skin a lot better. And I feel like when I vlog, I'm trying to see, like, so I'm getting used to this, I'm trying to see if I wasn't focused because I'm getting used to it. I feel like the other thing with the Sony that I didn't like is that it always looked very like reddish or warm. It always had like that undertone, and I never really liked it, to be honest. Like, I used it because it's a 4K camera, it's really good for vlogging, and it has like a lot of cool specs in there, like picture profiles, which are cool, and the ability to color grade and stuff. I like that, but I want something stable. I want something where I like the colors, because now I'm finding my style. And to be honest, I kind of like the fact that the Canon G7X has a flip up screen, because it makes the camera smaller. I feel like with the flip out screen of the Sony, sometimes I feel like it's very much like in your face. Like, this is this with the flip out screen, where the Canon is just up here, you know? And so it's a little bit more incognito when vlogging. The other thing that I like as well is the fact that the Canon G7X comes with a built-in flash. I am very happy about that, and I'm really excited to use that a little bit more, because I sometimes, if I'm going out and I want to take pictures while I'm like vlogging or I'm out with friends, I will bring my Canon R6 with this 50mm lens to take pictures. But sometimes, depending on where I'm going, I don't want to take two cameras, you know? And then if it's dark out at night, I'm going to need a flash, but I don't want to put a flash on here. So I'm just going to use the Canon G7X with the flash, you know? I did do some testing with pictures. I will put them on screen so you guys can see the differences. I took a picture with the Canon and with the Sony just to show you how they both look. But yeah, in terms of the audio, I don't know what the audio sounds like right now. I just kind of pulled the camera out of the box, put it on, I switched to 60 frames per second, and I'm vlogging. I have it on video and I have it on manual, yeah, auto. I have it on auto. So I don't know, but I'm excited, and so far I love it. I know there's a lot of people who complain about the autofocus and that it's not the best. I think my workaround is going to be, if I'm having issues, is to do manual focus, because I've already had to do that with the Canon R6 already, so we'll see. But I'm just like looking at this, and I feel like I love the way it makes my skin look. Like, I have the Sony here. I have no card in it, but I'm gonna put a card in there so you guys can see real time what the difference is between the two cameras, because you guys be the judge. Okay, that was my long little chat as to why I got the Canon G7X Mark III. Yeah, okay, bye. Okay, one other thing I just remembered that I wanted to share that I don't like about the, ooh, I hope I didn't mess up my memory card, that I don't like about the Sony ZV-1 is that it overheats very quickly. Like when I'm cooking, I like to vlog like cooking videos and stuff, and I constantly have to turn off the camera to turn it back and like wait a minute or two to turn it back on because it overheats very, very quickly, and I don't like that. I don't like the fact that it's overheating a lot. And I also like the fact that in the Canon it automatically turns off for you when you haven't been using it for a while, which is good. It saves battery. So I'm gonna do a quick little side-by-side comparison. You guys let me know what you think. Okay, so the audio that you're hearing right now is coming from the Sony ZV1. This is what the picture looks like compared to the Canon. I'm going to come up closer into some light. So definitely the Sony is a little bit quicker in adjusting the light. I will say I do kind of prefer the Sony only in this instance right now because the background is very dark and I feel like it's keeping some light in. Okay, we'll do it from this side. Now the audio that you're hearing is coming from the Canon G7X III. I'm just kind of moving around in some different lighting situations to see which one looks better. And then if we were to turn it this way, they're both about the same. Let's go into here. Ooh. And then let's try a dark room. Okay, so you guys be the judge, audio, quality-wise, etc. I did record some clips of me cooking, and so you'll see those to, and so you guys can compare which one you guys like better. But Hey guys, good morning. Happy Wednesday. So today's Wednesday and I just made myself a coffee with my cute little snowflake mug. It does come with a hot chocolate kit, but I am in the mood for coffee because it's early in the morning. I still don't feel like I'm fully awake. I didn't work out today because I was so sore and tired. I woke up this morning and I like barely could walk, looked at the alarm, and I texted my trainer. I was like, yeah, I forgot how intense your workouts can be, so we're gonna have to reschedule for tomorrow because I need to rest today. So that's what I'm doing. I'm resting today. I am so sore. I think what I might just do though is do some stretching because I need to just like move. So I'm having some zucchini bread right here. I am not happy with how this turned out because typically when I make zucchini bread, I add 2 cups of sugar and I only added 1 cup of sugar. And so it's not as sweet as I would like. It's still good, but I'm used to it. I'm used to it being a little bit sweeter. So I'm over here like, I need some sugar. So put some brown sugar in my coffee just to kind of offset that because typically I like to drink coffee with this. I like to eat the zucchini bread with coffee. I just think it tastes so good together. And so that's what we're having. And also this zucchini was on the drier side, so I feel like the bread is not as moist as it would be. Like when I've made zucchini bread in the past, I would get like fresh zucchini because my roommate had a family member who had a garden, and so I would get zucchini from her garden, and it was just so moist. The bread was so moist because it was like a juicy zucchini and the zucchini was pretty dry. But nonetheless, I have my bread. I love zucchini bread so much. And I'm waiting for a query to run at work, and so I figured I kind of update you guys on the Canon G7X III. Let me finish eating first. Literally is the best combo ever. If you have not tried zucchini bread and coffee, try it, okay? Literally the best ever. Okay, so update on the Canon G7X III. I have decided I am returning it, and I'm going to get the Canon G7X Mark II instead. I know. You guys are gonna be like, girl, you can't make up your mind. I know, I'm a very indecisive person sometimes.